everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I'm on a mission to hit subscribers. So make sure you click that button down below. I would appreciate it. So I actually received an order 2 days ago. I started working half of it and then I figured, let me go ahead and film it just because I am the type of person who works with what I have. So what am I doing is not ideal, but I am able to accomplish it. So I received a giant bag. This was full to the brim. Like I said, I've already worked half the order of these, I guess, what would you call them? Like travel bags? It's the best way to think about it. And basically the client is wanting to add their employee names on them. And there were a couple options that we kind of were going back and forth on. One was just doing straight vinyl, but as we all know, vinyl will peel off within time. So she really wanted to try everything in her power in order to get embroidery. Now here's the thing, right? So this is the flap. There are zippers here and here. And then there's a side pocket, kind of opens up. And then there's another side pocket. And then here's a center, right? So this opens like here, and then that kind of folds as we kind of grasp the concept, right? And originally, I will be honest, obviously she is definitely wanting it here, which is what we ended up doing. But we also talked about possibly putting it here. Also, we have the other side, or just straight up putting it along the back. Now, to be honest with you guys, we weren't really sure where we were gonna put it. We weren't sure if there was cardboard built into it. So I was like, hey, just buy one. She didn't, she bought all of them. And come to find out, there's absolutely no cardboard anywhere to be found in here, which is super nice. Makes it a little bit easier for me. But basically what we decided with is we were putting the names straight across the front. Now I know what you guys are saying. You're gonna say, but Brittany, there's zippers inside. You're right, there absolutely is. Now the thing is that to be honest with you, we weren't making the name too big. We were only making it just over 3 inches. And so therefore, we are only losing a very small portion of the bottom half of a pocket because it still does have access from the top. We just can't go all the way down to the bottom. Not only that, we also do have another zipper right here, which will have full access. We don't have any problems. And as you guys can tell, there's enough space for things to be placed other areas, okay? So the fact that we are losing a little bit of a zipper, she was completely fine with. Plus, once you have it closed, you'll see the name, okay? Now, let's go ahead and talk about how we are embroidering on this because obviously I do not have my 8-in-1. An 8-in-1 is personally ideal, especially for people who are big into crafting. I don't own one. They are kind of on the more expensive side, but an 8-in-1 will allow you to actually embroider on big things, small things, but majorly what it does is it allows you to float an item. And what floating basically means is that you are using a stabilizer that is sticky and you can just stick it to this frame, hoop frame, and it allows you to embroider. Obviously, we work with what we got. That's our motto here. I don't have one of those. So thankfully, Brittany purchased the 4.25 because if she did not have this, I would not be able to do any of this. So let's go ahead and show you exactly how I am hooping it and what I am doing in order to get this order accomplished. So let's dive into it. So with today's project, I actually have 7 remaining bags I need to get completed. So I've already gone ahead, I've created the font, put it onto the machine, and as you can see, we do have a list of names. I'm gonna go ahead, what I basically have been doing is as I embroider a name, when I go in a second time to embroider the next one, I just remove, and then that's how I'm keeping track of what I am doing. So we're gonna go ahead, put it over to our machine. Now, just so you are aware, I am using my C hoop. So I do make sure that I am within my hoop bracket and I do not have any issues, okay? Another thing we have to do is we do have to flip the image. So as you guys just seen, you go into your F frame. We're gonna do 180, select okay. It's going to flip our image. Also, we need to select our color, which is up here, 9, which is my white, and again, okay. Now I am gonna try to show you the best of my ability on how exactly I am hooping this. Honestly, I am taking my time with it because the hoop is not ideal, right? The hoop is not ideal, but again, we work with what we got, okay? And what I mean by that is this is actually kind of on the thicker side. So the two are not magnetic. They're not like magneticking very, very well, if that makes sense. I feel like that word is not accurate, but bear with me. Hopefully you're gonna stick around for this crazy mess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the back of our hoop, and basically what I am doing is I am trying to set it as close to my zipper as possible. I'm kind of trying to also make like in between here where the lettering will actually end up going. Obviously I have to move the zipper. I don't want the zipper to get stuck. And then all that I am doing, this is kind of hard to do standing. I usually have everything on here. I do have to make sure that this is facing me because again, we did flip the image, but like, look, it doesn't magnet very well, okay? But again, we're working with what we got, okay? I will be honest, we are working with what we got. I do have to hold it the entire time it is being embroidered. So it's not ideal, it's really not, but can you guys kind of see how we're just smushing everything kind of together? It's just like, you can definitely tell she's floating. She's floating on thin ice, okay? I will say I've already done 7 of these bags, so that is why I decided to film, because I figured it is running smoothly. Don't jinx me, I hope. So I'm just taking my time. I am using this dot to try to figure out the center of this logo. Now, what we are gonna do is we are gonna flip the image like this, because again, this part has to go in. And I'm just wiggling my way in here and just hooping one side at a time, okay? Now, as we can hear, I am locked in. I do have to continue holding it. I cannot risk to let it go because of the weight that is sitting back here. The frame is opening up, so my hands are clamping it together. Is this ideal? No. But again, we gotta get things done. Now I am, see, perfect. The problem is I've done this so many times, I am holding my back fingers, like my index fingers, on the actual zipper that I told you I'm trying to keep as close as possible for. So when it is framing it out, I am just above that zipper. It'll make complete sense when I show you guys at the end, okay? But just trust the process. I'm gonna try to see if I can get another angle of it, and maybe you guys can grab the concept, but again, it's a little hard because I'm filming and I'm trying to hold all at the same time. So bear with this angle. As you guys can see, I am trying to stay as close to this zipper as possible. So I am gonna do a frame out. And as we can see, I am close to the zipper. Am I on it? No, but I am as close as I feel comfortable being on it. And basically, like I said, we're just losing a very small amount of the zipper when we are embroidering on it. And again, see how my 2 index fingers are just holding it, and I'm just using this as like a clamp. My hands are just basically a clamp. Now, luckily enough, I have not had any super long names. My last name is probably going to be the longest, which is Angela, but one name at a time, and we're gonna continue on. So I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna hold everything. I'm also running at a 660 speed, just in case you guys are curious. I don't want to go up, I don't need to go down. So I'm just gonna stick everything right there. Let's just speed through this. So as you can hear, the name just got finished. I definitely could have gone up more. I think I was just so focused on filming. I could have gone up more with the zipper. So here's what I'm talking about. So I could have definitely have gone up quite a bit, but looking at it this way, they still have access to the zipper. It's just definitely not as deep as ideal it could be. Now, if you guys don't like this, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I did get client approval before doing it, but if I did come down a little bit more, then obviously she would just have a little bit more room. But once you have everything zippered up, which is what I want to show you, but that's what the bag's gonna look like now with her name on it. So isn't that cute? It's definitely cute. The white with the white, it's just girly, it's feminine. They have the little handle here. That is super cute. And like I said, you still have a lot of extra spots you can access this with. So if there's another way that you guys would have done it, leave your suggestions below. Like I said, I gave you my suggestions on what I also recommend it, but ideally she was okay with just losing a little bit of the pocket and then just putting it slap on the center. Again, she would rather the embroidery over vinyl. And like I said, I've actually been going through these pretty decently. And again, like I told you, my speed's only at 660, but I've already done like all these and all these bags. So not too bad. I do at this point have exactly 6 more to go. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this nice quick video. If there's any other video recommendations, suggestions you want to see, please let me know. But again, like I said, when we're going to be sewing things off, just talk to the client, just be open and honest with them. I did also send her other bags where this wouldn't have been a problem because like the front flap had nothing on it, but she did choose to purchase these. So again, I did give other suggestions, but at the end of the day, it was her decision, it was her call, so you can't feel guilty for doing what you feel comfortable embroidering. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. If there's anything else, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next crafting project. Bye, everyone.